Yeah, 6x4 units, head back towards the circle. I'll meet you in the about. Oh, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. Behind you, behind you, behind you. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. Come on.
Obviously, this is them making their way.
Go! Go!
This is where they begin to enter the casino, searching for the active shooter. See all the patrons fleeing at the direction of the officers.
Hey! Hey! Move towards, straight towards Bennett! Bennett! Move, Bennett! Move! Towards Bennett! Move! Move, all the way to Bennett! Just move. Go forward. Go forward. Go. Hey. That's the middle circle. Go.
See the patrons laying on the ground there.
Flamingo circle! Move! All the way forward! Move! All the way forward! All the way forward! All the way! Get down! Get down!
This is the part where I tell you they regroup at the doors before they go back towards Dre's Casino. I'm sorry, Dre's nightclub.
We only play the whole course. In the club? Is there, hey, can you confirm that? Remove! Hey! Straight to the nightclub! Hey, clear everybody out!
We're heading to the nightclub where they believe the active shooter might be.
Get down! Stay in formation!
There's one running.
Where's your run?
Goes out the door.
What is he wearing? Do you have a gun? Over there.
They'll watch closely to go over the wall right to the left here.
What, move.
You'll be able to see the arrest taking place down on the ground. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming. My name is Kevin McMahill. As you know, I'm the Undersheriff for the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. And I'm here today to provide you a briefing on the incident at the Cromwell Casino that has garnered so much media attention today. Start off by giving you the basics. The location of the call was 3595 Las Vegas Boulevard South at the Cromwell Casino. The date and time of the call was August 27, 2017 at 1:30 a.m. The type of call was initially broadcast as an assault battery with a gun. It was later updated to an active shooter inside of the casino. This morning, an NFL player by the name of Michael Bennett put out a letter on social media reference an incident involving himself and an officer from the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department. The incident in question occurred August 26th, the night of the Mayweather-McGregor fight here in Las Vegas. There were over 200,000 visitors in town that weekend, and the department had every available resource committed to working the fight as well as on Las Vegas Boulevard to ensure that we had a safe night. We had over 400 additional officers deployed that particular evening to deal with this event. At 1:30 a.m. on the 27th, approximately 3 hours after the boxing match ended, an active shooter call came into the LVMPD Communications Center that originated outside of the Dre's nightclub at the Cromwell. Metro officers immediately responded to the scene and encountered thousands of patrons in the casino and nightclub. As officers entered the casino floor, they were met with large groups of people running for cover, laying on the ground hiding, and people screaming. Casino signage, chairs, and stanchions were knocked over inside of the casino. With very little information as to who the shooter was or the shooter's location, our officers pushed past the fleeing crowds and began immediately converging on the reported threat. One of the teams that cleared the casino then exited the casino at the door to regroup and were redirected back towards the Dre's nightclub inside of the casino. As they moved towards the nightclub, an individual later identified as Bennett was seen crouched down behind a gaming machine as the officers approached. Once Bennett was in the officer's view, he quickly ran out of the south doors, jumped over a wall onto Flamingo Road east of Las Vegas Boulevard into traffic. Due to Bennett's actions and the information the officers had at the time, they believed Bennett may have been involved in the shooting, and they gave chase. Bennett was placed into handcuffs and detained while officers determined whether or not he was involved in the original incident. He was detained for approximately 10 minutes and released. Mr. Bennett at the scene had the incident explained to him by a supervisor, and he said that he understood and that he had no problem with what the officers did, just the one that he claimed the officer had pointed a gun at his head. On that particular call, it's important to note that we later determined that there were no shots fired in the casino and the call was unfounded. There had been some sort of loud noise that we've not 100% been able to figure out exactly what it was, but a number of the people inside believe that a shooting had occurred. Like the rest of you, the LVMPD learned of Mr. Bennett's allegations just this morning, and an internal investigation has been opened. Part of that investigation includes pulling footage from dozens of body cameras, as well as other available outside footage to assist in our investigation. As of today, we know there are at least 126 videos associated with those cameras that we have to review. As you can imagine, it takes a significant amount of effort and time to review all of the video and available evidence. If the investigation reveals that any policies or training were violated, those officers will be held accountable. The LVMPD prides itself on being transparent and accountable to the public that we serve. As you know, here in our community, you've become accustomed to the release of information and associated video when force is used by our officers. Today I'm going to show you a video taken from the camera of a sergeant who was leading the team in the casino search for the active shooter. You will see at the end of the video where officers gave chase to Mr. Bennett out of the casino over the wall onto Flamingo Boulevard. I can tell you today that I do know that the arresting officer did not activate his personal body camera, so that particular perspective cannot be viewed. I am asking the members of the public, however, for your assistance. As you can tell, as you watch this video, see that many folks had their cell phones out and were capturing video of this particular incident. And so I'm asking you, please, if you have video that will assist in this investigation, to please contact our Internal Affairs Bureau. You can get a hold of them at 828-3111 and provide that video to them, please. I believe that this case will become completely clear as all available video is reviewed for evidentiary purposes. I think we'll be able to see very clearly exactly what happened on this incident. Listen, many of the folks today have called this an incident of bias-based policing. Police officers focus solely on the race of an individual that they are going to stop. I can tell you, as I stand here today, I see no evidence of that. I see no evidence that race played any role in this incident. In fact, as you'll notice throughout this video as I play for you, while officers were searching the casino, they were able to safely evacuate many patrons of all races. It's also important for me to note to you, both of the officers involved in this incident in question are of Hispanic origin. I'd also like for Mr. Bennett, along with his legal counsel, to contact our Internal Affairs and provide a formal statement detailing his allegations. As I said, we opened the Internal Affairs case without his complaint. As this case moves forward and we conduct the review of the video that I explained to you, we'll have a more complete picture of what exactly happened, and Sheriff Lombardo will address the media further. I'm now going to play that video for you, and I want to just set the video up again. As you go through here, the active shooter call comes out. This is the sergeant who has his team entering, one of the sergeants who has one of the teams entering into the casino to look for what they believe to be an active shooter. As the video plays, I believe it's about 5 minutes and 30 seconds or so. Towards the end of it, you'll be able to see where the officers believed Mr. Bennett ran. He approaches the door. They see him again outside of the casino. They run after him. They both go over the wall, and the rest of what you've seen on video so far today will play. So with that, Carlos, would you please play that?
Yeah, 6x4 units, head back towards the circle. I'll meet you in the roundabout. Oh, behind you. Watch it. Come on.
Obviously, this is them making their way. Go.
Go.
This is where they begin to enter the casino, searching for the active shooter. See all the patrons fleeing at the direction of the officers.
Hey, move towards, straight towards Bennett. Bennett. Move, Bennett. Move. Towards Bennett. Move, all the way to Bennett. Let's move. Go forward. hey! That's Flamingo Circle! Flamingo Circle! Go, go, go!
See the patrons laying on the ground there.
Flamingo Circle! Move! All the way forward! Move! All the way forward! All the way forward! All the way! Get down! Get down!
This is the part where I tell you they regroup at the doors before they go back towards Dre's Casino.
Calm down.
I'm sorry, Dre's nightclub.
We already cleared the whole floor, sir. In the club? Is there, hey, can you confirm that? Remove! 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 Hey! It's up. Move! To the nightclub! Straight to the nightclub! Hey, cut everybody out! Everybody out! Everybody out!
We're heading to the nightclub where they believe that casino might be.
Get down! Stay in formation! Hey! Pull everybody out! Oh, there's one running! One
They say
running!
there's one running.
Where's your run?
Goes out the door.
What is he wearing? Do you have a gun? Over there!
Go watch closely to go over the wall right to the left here.
What, move.
Be able to see him, the arrest taking place down on the ground. So I played you a pretty lengthy piece of video because it sort of captures the entirety of the incident while we go through the other 125 or so pieces of video that we're aware of today. And obviously that appeal goes back out to the community for anybody that may have additional footage that will help clarify exactly what occurred on this particular incident.